So in this course, obviously we spent a good deal of time discussing GPS, but what exactly happens when GPS doesn't quite cut it? In areas that maybe GPS isn't ideally suited, maybe areas that are very heavily forested, areas that are heavily urbanized, densely populated, areas that are just generally remote. What happens when GPS can't quite cut it? What sort of solutions might supplement it, make it easier to navigate, make it easier to find your location, to gather information about position, time, velocity, etc.? How do we do that? How do we navigate without GPS? Well, there's a lot of very interesting technology coming out today. And in the last few months, a visual computing technologies company named Nvidia, they're pretty, well, relatively large as a company. And it's a very good chance that if you're watching this, you have at some point used one of their technologies. Well, they found a pretty elegant solution for navigating without GPS. And this is it. So this right here is nothing more than an off-the-shelf drone, but it is attached to it is the Jetson TX1 machine learning module, which basically is just fed visual data from cameras. Specifically, GoPros are what was used originally. I think that they may have created some cameras of their own, but when they were first pioneering the technology, they simply attached GoPros to drones to gather information. Essentially how it works is that they take an area such as a trail or somewhere not particularly populated, like say a canyon, and they take as much visual information from that area as they can. They feed it into the cameras, and then they attach the cameras to the drone. Now the drone, or the Jetson TX1 that is attached to the drone, is technically a form of artificial intelligence. And that artificial intelligence can basically sort of read the environment, learn what it's doing, and avoid obstacles. It's technology that can be used to navigate warehouses, technology that can be used to perhaps go out and survey storm damage in areas where it's remote and you might not know exactly what's going on. Even rescue missions for lost hikers, for instance. In some tests, it's even been taught to follow train tracks purely through visual information. And that's the really cool part. It simply relies on its own ability to take the information that it sees, process it, compute it, and understand where it's going, what it's doing. The longest flight that they have so far logged is 1 kilometer, but they are definitely aiming to be able to go further within this year. It saves time, can save people, and it's very interesting technology that can maybe one day replace GPS altogether.